Yes, good people, welcome back to the Guitar Manifesto channel. Hope you're all doing well out there, and today we have got a little selection of pedals laid out in front of me. JOYO Pedals have once again contacted me asking if I wanted to do another collaboration with them, and we come up with the idea of making a budget pedal board for beginners. JOYO wanted me to check out the Dr.J series of pedals, so I've made a little selection, picked out 5 little choice cuts from the series, and yeah, let's have a little close up and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so we've got a selection of pedals. I've got one of my old pedal boards there with a power supply. It's got all the connectors, patch leads. We've got some Velcro, but yeah, these are the pedals that I chose from the Dr.J series. I went for a compressor. This is the Aerolite compressor, and I also went for a delay pedal. It says it's a Dr.J Shadow Echo, but it is more of a delay with a modulation circuit in there. So that's a pretty cool pedal. We've got a green crystal overdrive. And most of these pedals have got, in fact all these pedals have got switches on them. So there's different cool features in them that we can check out. And we've got the Planeswalker fuzz pedal and Arsenal distortion pedal. So that's the pedals we're going to be using. It's going to be a simple pedal board, but if you're a beginner guitarist, it's nice to have a compressor pedal because it sort of evens out your sound, so there's no, like, you know, loud or quiet parts. So if you're strumming, it just sort of evens the sound out. Distortion, overdrive, fuzz, kind of things I use, and a delay. I probably would have picked a chorus or something like that, but there's no chorus pedals in the Dr.J series, so yeah, I'm quite happy with that. We can get some pretty sweet sounds. All the gear I'm using is just budget gear. These are cheap. I'll put links to all these pedals in the descriptions, and there's also some discount codes to take a bit off. I think it ranges from like 20 to 25% off, so be sure to check them out. But I think that could be a pretty sweet, noisy little setup for a beginner guitarist. Right, so first job we're going to do is kind of lay the pedals out. So compressor, I like to go first on the signal chain with that, and then we go with the heavier fuzz stuff, distortion first. So we're going to go fuzz, then we'll go distortion, then we got overdrive, and I'm going to put the delay last in the signal chain. So we're going to go something along the lines of that. Your guitar will plug into the first pedal, and we'll patch across into that one, and this will be the last one. So we need to possibly have that way, so the chain runs in, and then out to your amplifier. Yeah, so I'm going to start Velcroing these all down, and that's the way these sit. We're probably going to have to stick a bit of Velcro kind of like that way, snip it off, and that should stick that down. Oh, as you can see, it is sticky stuff. So I'm just sticking the first pedal to the board, and the Velcro ain't quite biting onto the board because we've got these rubber feet that stick up higher than their Velcro. For the purpose of today's video, I'm going to roll with as it is, but you may want to pick them little rubber feet off so you get a nice smooth surface for the Velcro to stick down to. Okay, so we've now got Velcro on all the pedals, so we're going to go compressor, fuzz, distortion, overdrive, delay. And we need to make sure we've got enough room to get these little patch cables in. So, so next we need to make sure we get the power supplies connected. Some of these pedals, the power supply goes in the side or the top, and these actually do also take batteries. If you remove the back off these, there is a little connector for a 9-volt battery, if that's the way you want to roll. Okay, it's looking good. I'll stick that on there. Then this one has got to go at a bit of a side angle. Actually, I ain't thought that through very well. We need to swap these over. Alright, so we need to have this one at the angle. And then we need to have this one here. Right, so this is the setup that we're going to be going with. So from the guitar, we're going to plug into the compressor, then we go into the fuzz pedal, into the distortion pedal, we loop around into the overdrive pedal, and then out into the delay pedal, and then that goes to the amplifier. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. You could neaten up these patch cables, but sometimes you got to roll with what cables you got. But yeah, I think that'll do, and that looks pretty darn cool. So what we're going to do now is plug in a guitar and plug that into an amp, and we'll have a little play around with some settings. Right, so now we've got the pedal board all set up. I've plugged in my square Jagmaster 2 with Duncan designed humbuckers. We're on the bridge pickup, and from the pedal board we're going into my Marshall MA50 tube amp. So this is the clean tone. Right, so first of all I've got the compressor pedal effing at pretty much 12 o'clock. So you've got a high, low and mid toggle switch. So the thing with a compressor, if you strum light or strum heavy, you know, your sound can fluctuate, but a compressor just evens it all out. Do you know what? I'm actually going to keep it like that. So we've got a mix, attack, compressor and an output. The mix, attack, compressor all on 12 o'clock. The output's on 2 o'clock. And we're on the high input switch. So I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so then we move on to the fuzz pedal. So on that we've got, I can't even read what the rating says. You know what, let's just wing it. Straight away it's quiet. I think we've got input, output, and I really can't read the writing on that. And we've got a toggle switch, so I'm presuming that's like vintage sound. Probably like vintage and modern. Definitely going to need more volume. This is not that one. That one. Okay, so I think that's gain on that one. Harsh. That don't seem to do anything. this one doesn't do a lot. The middle dial, we've basically got the middle dial and the one on the right maxed out. We've got the switch flicked up. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. A bit of fuzz. Don't sound like an all-out fuzz pedal. It's a bit of a crunchier sound to it, but I quite like that. So let's go on to this DJ. Right, so let's go on to the Dr.J Arsenal distortion pedal. So we've got tone, output, pre, distortion. And again, I think it's like a modern and vintage toggle switch. Okay, so let me just turn it up a sec. So the tone I'm going to keep at 12 o'clock, so you can make it darker or make it brighter. 12 o'clock, yeah, it's fine. The pre, I think that's like a little preamp in there. We got that about 1 o'clock. Distortion, as much as you want really, so probably go about 3 o'clock, and then the output, just to level the sound off so it's a little bit louder than the dry signal. We're going at what, 4 o'clock, and got the toggle switch. I think it sounds better down. Right, so let's give that a well. Yep, that sounds pretty cool. Right, let's move on to the overdrive. So we've got drive, again another toggle switch, output, low and high, which I quite like having a low adjustment dial. So let's try that out. Do you know what? That sounds awesome just as it is. So we've got drive at 2 o'clock, output 2 o'clock, we've got low at 1 o'clock, high at about 2 o'clock, and we've got the switch facing down. That is a nice fat overdrive pedal. I quite like the sound of that. Right, let's go on to the echo delay now. And this, I have read up on a little bit on this one. The toggle switch on this off is just feedback, time and level, and when you turn it on you open up these two dials, which is speed and depth, and that's modulation with a bit of pitch shifting. So with that turned off, this is kind of like a normal 3 dial delay pedal, but again with that turned off you open up these two as well as the other 3, and you've got some pretty funky sounding sounds on that. So for now let's turn off that modulation. Oh, and when the modulation's on, the little red light there the little red light there plays along with it. So right, let's turn that off. So we've got feedback, time and level at 12 o'clock. You know what? That's pretty much how I like a delay pedal. So this tune I'm playing now, you may have heard this in videos many times over the years, and it was a song in my last band called Phantom, and that is the delay echo, you know, the slapback kind of thing. I always set the time that I like off that, if that makes sense. That's perfect. Alright, let's try this modulation button. Alright. That's a bit funky though. Yeah, that's probably something I wouldn't use. So let's try it with overdrive now. That actually sounds... Oh, let me try something. I think with that overdrive and this delay, I think we're getting a bit of a definitely maybe Noel Gallagher vibe. Can't do too much, I get a copyright infringement, but let me just try something because it actually sounds a bit like his live tone for Champagne Supernova as well. That sounds pretty cool. That green crystal overdrive and the shadow echo delay pedal, that is pretty awesome. Copyright right, we'll leave that for now. I do like this distortion pedal a lot. So I think that is a pretty sweet pedal board using JOYO Dr.J series pedals. Nice and simple, got some cool effects in there if you want to go a bit funky, add in that modulation switch. But yeah, I think they're nice pedals, they all sound good. The fuzz is a little bit bitey, but you know, they've all got a different sound that you can have a little play around with. And yeah, I think the overdrive with that delay pedal sounds awesome. I'm actually loving that distortion pedal, the Arsenal one, and the compressor works perfectly. There's no real noise in the signal chain. I do get a bit of noise in here because I've got old school electric in there, and it does interfere a bit, but I think that is an awesome pedal board. For the price of these pedals, brand new, yeah, I think they're pretty darn awesome. So I think that'll wrap up for today. Thank you, JOYO, for sending me some more pedals out to try out for you guys. Let me know what you think to them in the comments section below. But yeah, if you've had any of these pedals, let me know your favourite settings. But I think we got a pretty cool sound out of them. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, The Guitar Manifesto, and I'll catch you all very soon. Thanks for watching. Peace.